A good brunchin'. A good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. 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 Everybody. Good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Everybody. Good brunchin'. You are tuned into the Good Brunchin Podcast. Good Brunchin.
Good brunchin', good people. We are live. We live, baby.
Ow.
We live, baby.
Ow.
Good
Good brunchin', folks.
happy Tuesday. Good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Y'all know how we do it.
Yeah.
Monday through
Happy
Friday.
Taco Tuesday, humans.
Taco. I got a taco in the fridge. I went to Taco Bell last night.
Ah, you fucked it up.
Yeah, so you really
that's a bad
decided
taco.
Did you just
You don't Taco
said Taco Bell as like it's a good taco?
I don't know. I mean, shoot, taco's a taco to me.
I mean, that's not the
As a
original.
taco
You
lover?
just gonna.
As the taco expert, Taco Bell is not taco.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean,
All right,
don't
that's
get it
good for
twisted.
me to know because I didn't know that.
Nah, hey, don't get it twisted. I ain't too good for no Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel
I'm
like
not
Meek
saying
is
that
like-
me live. I gotta fucking.
I feel like Meek is too good for Taco Bell.
Yo, I didn't know that it wasn't a good taco. I knew it wasn't a premiere thing. I knew it wasn't a premiere thing. Like I'm not gonna make it seem like I thought it was the cream of the crop when it comes to
Okay, there you go.
yeah, but I
Like,
didn't
it
know
was
it was frowned
going to
upon by
date.
taco lovers. Like
Oh,
yeah,
it's
like
definitely
Mika's
trying to bro.
no. You know how like people that like love burgers, they frown upon like
Yeah.
a McDonald's or Burger King. Like ew, how dare you? I didn't know that taco lovers frowned upon Taco Bell like that.
Not a
Really?
good taco.
Wow.
Meek been saying that. Meek been saying that for a
Like,
minute.
So let me ask you this though, Meek. Would you if you had a choice between Taco Bell or no tacos at all, meaning for a day or a day, you just rather not even eat tacos?
I'd rather not eat taco.
Wow. See, I didn't know it was that bad.
Because I don't, like I said, I'll eat Taco Bell if I have to,
Right.
but I'm not going to Taco Bell. I'd rather go get a real taco.
And if it's not available, then your thing is I just
And
want to eat
I
tacos
will.
today.
If it's Taco Tuesday.
Mm.
Wow. Dang, I didn't know that. All right, so you're gonna have to put me up on some taco spots then.
I am. I will.
Yeah,
But I don't
seen
know about
Meek
North
is-
Carolina, but you come to New York, I got a couple of spots.
Yeah, I seen people talk about like fish tacos and
Oh,
stuff
I don't
like
do fish taco. I don't front.
You
I
don't do
don't.
no fish tacos?
I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I feel like the flavors, like the pico de gallo and all that stuff with the fish, for me, it doesn't go right. The same way with shrimp tacos, I'm not so much of a fan, but I'll do chicken, I'll do steak, I'll do like a veggie one. I'll do a veggie taco.
I had a shrimp taco.
The one
before.
I can't.
Yeah, I had a
You
You know,
shrimp.
so it's crazy because now y'all talking about all this stuff, and I'm on this diet, right? So I'm over here having cucumbers.
Are you on a diet or you
Yeah.
just eating healthy? That's the question.
It's on the keto diet.
I'm doing a keto diet right now. I cook a keto diet,
Mm.
but I call it keto friendly. But the thing I can do is I can do the taco on a lettuce,
Mhm.
like a lettuce wrap type of thing. You know what I mean? So I can still do it.
Not a taco.
Why isn't it a taco? Because it's in a lettuce wrap?
If it doesn't have all the ingredients, it's not a taco.
What doesn't it have?
The
I can eat
torta,
meat.
the special part of the you need the taco. You
Right.
need what makes
I got the
taco.
inside.
No,
I
it's
got
not.
the inside.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
Torta. So it's just a salad.
That's where we at. So
And
now
with tacos, do you put rice and stuff in it too?
I put
Well,
all that.
I have.
Not the taco.
I-
We put that in the bowl. Like the taco bowl.
You
we'll
don't put that on a taco?
I don't put rice on my taco.
I mean, you can put it in there, but then
You
again,
can put
my
it
thing
in
is if it's store
if you
taco,
want
it turns into a burrito.
I don't want a burrito. I
love
want a
it.
taco.
Yeah, I it's not bad. Oh, okay. See, that's the thing. I'm not. I don't like hard tacos.
I'm not a fan of the hard tacos neither.
Yeah, I like the soft tacos.
When I was younger, I messed with the hard tacos. Sometimes I want to crunch.
Yeah. Now I do and I tell you one thing, you can take Taco Bell from me, Meek, but you can't take their nacho fries. Come on now. Nacho fries be rocking.
I never had them.
I've never heard anybody say I'm going to Taco Bell for the fries.
For the nacho fries? Bro, them things ain't even they're not even like around a lot. So you could tell when they in season because everybody be going for them. Everybody be like, yeah, let me get them nacho fries.
No, but hold on. I gotta say something that in the chat. Good brunching, Hazel. But good brunching, and it's an Ace. I'm calling the FDA on your ass eating dirty bowl Taco Bell. Now let me tell you something.
I didn't know.
The Taco Bell's little bowl, that little the taco bowl thing that that bowl is on point. I ain't confront. I rock with it.
See, that's what I never had the bowl. I just had I normally get
I've gotten the bowl
tacos, and I just had their grilled cheese burrito. I just tried that yesterday.
Now let me ask you a question. Now you working out right now? Are you still doing the fast food thing? Like, what are we doing differently?
So I was taught in school because I do have a degree in my associates is in physical education. So I was taught in school that the main thing for a diet or just losing weight is you eat less calories, you burn more. That's it. So I don't eat as much. Eat whatever you want.
You cut. That's how you cut. You cut. That's how you cutting down the calories.
Right.
You calorie count pretty much.
Yeah. You don't eat as much.
No, that's good. Okay.
Burn more. So
but
I
do
burn
you feel
more.
that
like
the calories that you're in, like you're taking, like this, all different types of like fast food calories and different type of like and good food calories is different calories.
That's right? Very true too. Now I don't know how. I'm not fortunate enough to be like a Meek and know how to make myself a taco. So if I have a taste for a taco, my go-to was either Taco Bell or if T made tacos because she knows how to make them. I'm not too savvy with how to do those, but I do know how to do I do know how to like, you know, when I do like chicken or whatever. I'm not going to McDonald's or nothing like that, but you know, if I have a taste for a taco, I'm gonna do that. But my main thing is just like, for example, I went to the gym. I had to hit Bill up. I hit you up. What I say? At 7:45, I was in. I hit you like 8 something, right? I was out. I haven't ate all day. I haven't ate yet. So
what did I have? I had 2 boiled eggs and this little.
Yeah, I haven't ate yet. So I'll probably eat when we get done with this, and there'll probably be a quick sandwich, and then I'll eat dinner later on, and that'll be it. And I take my vitamins.
I eat all day. Every day.
I just want y'all to know, like we say, Ace is definitely an old man because Ace definitely has the vitamin counter. Okay, he has the vitamin counter. It says Mondays you take this, Tuesday. That's where Ace is at, and I'm just like,
I don't. Vonnie said, don't admit that I don't know how to make a taco. I don't.
Yeah, my thing is, Vonnie, I was gonna get ahead and say
tacos is the most easiest thing to make in the world.
No, the easiest thing to make in the world is scrambled eggs. That's the easiest.
Good brunching. I was about to say something with who that? My man Chuck, what's going on, Chuck? What's good? That's not good. No, the thing I was gonna say to the people is I just don't feel like I want Ace cooking for me at all. And my kids can probably cook a taco. Okay. So if you can't make a taco, I'm a little worried. I
know how to do the ingredients. I'm pretty sure I know how to do it.
You know how to season ground meat or chicken.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do, bro. It's easy.
I just don't do it. I just never did it. And then, the crazy thing was, I was blown away how to heat the tortilla bread. I was blown away when I seen T do that. I was like, "You just put it on the stove like that?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay." But I've never done it, so that's just not my thing. So, I'm gonna be on the grill later on today.
That's the fun part too. When you burn your fingers, try to take the torta. I'll be like, "Yo, how they do that shit?"
Yeah, like I don't know.
He's still talking about it.
Do that.
But people, sorry, listen. This is the Good Brunchin. This is the Good Brunchin Podcast. Y'all know. Make sure y'all follow us and subscribe on all platforms. That's the Good Brunchin Podcast. And we bring you different topics every day. And if y'all ever want to send in any emails, y'all can send your emails into the Good Brunchin Podcast at gmail.com. You can also send in your Situation Fridays emails and those topics. All those things you can get and send them into the Good Brunchin Podcast at Gmail. So unfortunately, we didn't get any emails today, but it's cool. We was rolling. So like I said, y'all just keep sending them in and stuff like that. But we gonna jump into our topic. We gonna jump. Yeah, we did talk about some tacos, and Tamika is hungry. But let's just jump into our topic for today. Like I said, if y'all want to get ahead and come in and join the fun, just put in the comments, send a link, and the Good Brunchin page will get ahead and send you that link. You can get ahead and do that on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We see you, so just be patient with us. You get that link.
Get you that
but
link.
Today's topic,
check your messages for the link. It don't come up on the chat for those that wonder. It will be in your message. Go ahead, bitch.
Yeah, definitely. So today's topic is: should parents have the right to choose their children's friends? This is a sensitive subject that we got to touch.
Let's put it out there.
No, we're going to talk about it. We're going to be all right. So should parents have the right to choose their children's friends? I'm going to personally say no to a certain extent. Okay. I say that because when yes, if you want to come up again, we'll get you that link over there. To a certain extent, because I can't control when my kid goes to school. I'm not there with him to see who he's going to be friends with and stuff like that. And then it becomes, why don't you want your kids to be friends with this person? Like, what is he doing that you don't want him to be friends? All right. And then I feel like you have to, and if you don't want them to be friends, you have to explain to them. You have to explain to them. Why I don't want you hanging around this kid. If you just say no, I don't want you hanging, being friends with the kid, they're gonna be like, all right, whatever, I'm going to do this and that. But I feel like parents do have some type of influence on who their friends are, because these are the people that they're bringing around, who's coming to the house and things like that. So they have some type of control, but I don't think they necessarily can pick and choose your friends. Meek, how you feel about that?
I feel I have the right to give my opinion. I have those moments all the time that especially my oldest son, that he comes and he meets his new friends and he's 20, and I be like, I don't know about that one. Ma, cut it out. I'm just letting you know that one gives me this type of vibe, this type of vibe, this type of vibe. I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you the warning to pay attention to that. I don't tell them don't be her friend or don't be his friend, because they're gonna make their choices, but I'm letting you know I don't really like them. So I'm not gonna choose your friends. I'm just gonna give you my opinion.
Okay. I just want to say reading is fundamental. And the reason why I want to say that is because on Instagram, Tasha said, yes, because I don't want my child hanging around no fast ass person. I glanced at that and I thought it said no fat ass person. And I said, yeah, I can't read that. I just want to say reading is fundamental, because I'm about to say, yo, Tosh, you are wild. Yo, there's no way I'm gonna say that on here. But it's fast ass person. Also, Ant said our mindset are not the same as our kids. I would want my kids to make mistakes and also learn from them. I'm gonna say this. I think that this is one of the times that and because of what Mika and Bill both said, made me think about this. I think this is one of the times that we're going to dissect the word children and put it for ages 16 and under, 15 and under. And the reason being is because once you get 15, 16 and above, yes, they're still your children. But like Mika said, I can't choose your friends, but I can give you my opinion. Hey, I don't think that person's a good look for you, or what do you guys have in common? You can ask those things. But in this instance, when we say the word children, I'm going to say the younger ones, and I would have to say that yes, you do have a right to choose the younger children's friends. The reason being is because you ain't going to hang with them by yourself. I got to hang with their parents. So if I got to hang with their parents, and I saw that, where are my glasses? They are in the goddamn car where they belong. because I don't need them for reading. I glanced at it. But the thing is, when you have younger children, you are hanging with the parents. You have to associate yourself with the parents of that child. And if that child doesn't know how to behave, and or that parent doesn't know how to behave, I have to be succumbed to it because you like being around Johnny? No, we're not going to hang with them. We're not hanging around them. Also, being in certain areas. Oh, well, we got to go, we have to meet at a central location. Well, the central location is a location I really don't feel comfortable for us to be in. No, I don't want to be around that area. And I don't care if you and Johnny are friends. Y'all just won't be friends as much. You will be what we call on this show an associate. So I think that for the younger children, you do have a right. Parents, yes, you have a right to choose their friends. Now, like Bill said, in school, I can't stop you from hanging with them. I can't stop you from, but we've all had, growing up, we've all had people that we just kicked it with in school. You ain't see them on the off time. You know what I'm saying? Like in school, yo, what up? Da, 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 da. But if they wasn't on that sport team or they ain't live in your neighborhood, you ain't see them no more. Well, that's what Johnny's going to be to your ass. That's what Johnny is going to be.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like that, and then that goes into like what we was talking about, how like who you allow to come to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like everybody ain't coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody ain't coming to my house, and this is that. You know what I mean? So everybody ain't sleeping over your house. Everybody ain't coming. And certain things like that. So it was like, okay, when we're all right, and this is it's just funny. I'll use my kids now. My kids are 6. My daughter will go ahead and say, such and such is my best friend. Such and such is my best friend. Such and such is my best friend. Right? They got all these best friends. Don't they? And out of all your best friends, one of them been to my house. Right. One of them you seen outside of school. Right. You know what I'm saying? So all summer you ain't seen your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're in some type of thing. When you're kids, you have different groups, right? You have like, okay, let's say some of my friends, we have kids around the same age, so they're around each other or whatever. They call each other cousins, and they would. One of my frat brother, his daughter stayed at my house the other day. Him and I, they go to dance together, but they, they're around because family events. You know, Keller come over, she's there, so they see each other outside of the school thing. You know what I mean? So now, when you building those relationships, you kind of have some type of control of where they want to be on, because now they're so used to being around such and such's daughter, that becomes like the base. We kind of mold it in a certain way until they bring somebody else around. Because then when they bring somebody else around, what's the first thing we want to do? I want to see the parents. I need to be around. I need to see your parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to just have kids over now. I need to know your parents good. We just don't, we just don't bring, I just don't take nobody kids and not know who their parents are and things like that. Right. So I think we still have some kind of, control of it on the structure of how we do it.
I think we have control to a certain extent. Because we have control when we're the ones that's taking them here, and we're the ones that's God doing this for them, and we're the ones that's doing that, until they start going outside on their own, until they start doing the things on their own. And all I could do was sit and say, I don't want you hanging out with that person. I don't like their family. I don't like the upbringing. I don't like none of that. I could sit and say that, and the most I could do is stop that person or them kids from coming to my house. But when it gets to that point to where these even with us, and now this goes to like the teenager years where they outside on their own, and we're giving them curfew, and they could tell us, I'm going to Billy's house, but I'm really going to Ace's house, and that's the person that my family really doesn't like. So I do feel I agree with, we do have control of their friends till a certain age frame when they have to be on their own, and we got to sit and really be like, I don't got control, but I'm gonna let you know that nigga ain't allowed in my house. So how you gonna hang out with them? How are you gonna do this? If you depend on me with the money, you want to go hang out with that friend, you better go figure out how to get on that bus. But they still gonna figure out how to hang out
one way or the other. They're gonna figure it out.
Right.
That's definitely. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on the IG comments real quick.
I'm about to say, Ant got a question for you. Ant got a question for you. You want me to read it? You want me to read it, or you gonna read it?
Well, I was gonna go to the left because I'm gonna read some of the stuff, the comments, and I was gonna. Yeah. So, Athena said, I would make suggestions, but not tell her who she has to be friends with. Yeah, like you can suggest, like, I think that's the suggestion part is a great thing. You know what I mean? And then explain why, because when they are able to explain to them why we look at this kid like, look, I don't want you hanging out with this because this person can get you into trouble. He always stealing. You know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead and break some of those things down. And then Athena also says Sydney is 9, but very mentally secure. So she is very picky. It gets to a point where the way you raise your kids, but sometimes you're like this, nah, I just don't like them. Kids don't like each other. And now we want to go to Ant's question. Ant's question says, Bill, so did you make Naya hang out with your frat brother's daughter, or did their friendship start generally between them? No, I never made it. Like, the first time they got together, it was really on all the kids got together. Like, I was with my frat brother, we put them around, they enjoyed themselves, but that was because we're together, they'll go out and play. So now when they came out and played, they just connected. So when they connected like that, that was it. Then they later on started going to dancing school, and they both in the same class. So they built their own. I didn't say, hey, that's your friend, go to the. No, I was like, go play. Now, if Naya would have came back and be like, nah, I'm not messing with Malia, I don't really, they just didn't click. But for the kids to say, hey, I want to hang out with Malia, I want to hang out with this. Now it's crazy. They on FaceTime, it's weird now, but they're like on FaceTime on the iPad playing games and playing dog. Like it's crazy. But yeah, that's just how it is.
And see, that's the thing. We got coming. Hey, good
brunchin.
Good brunchin. She looking all excited today.
Queen, turn your phone sideways.
Can you turn your phone sideways?
Yep, there we go. Let's fill that up. There we go. Perfect.
Boom. Now we rocking. There she go. Now the new queen is in the building. Thank you for coming into the Good Brunchin.
Good brunchin.
So I heard you got a little story for us.
Oh Lord, let me tell you. We're already starting in elementary school. So my daughter's in the 2nd grade. She's very bright, very, very intelligent, higher than most of everyone in her class. So there's this little racist girl in her class.
Come on now.
Now, this girl got in her feelings one day because my daughter checked her like, nah, I'm already playing. Her and someone else is playing Jenga or whatever. And the girl was like, oh, I want to come play. And my daughter was like, nah, you can wait your turn. So apparently this little girl didn't like the fact that my daughter told her she needed to wait her turn. So she wrote my daughter a nasty little note calling her the B word, calling her the N word. Now, the note didn't get to my daughter. It got interceded by the teacher, thank God. So the teacher explained to me what was written in the note, and explained the situation why this little girl wrote this note to my daughter. So we met with the mom and everything. So I told them straight off the bat, I ain't with this. Okay. The last thing I would expect is to have the N-word talk, the nigga talk with my 8-year-old. Like, and I have a daughter, so if I had a son, that's different. Like now, damn, I gotta have this talk with my 8-year-old about being called a nigga early. So yeah, early. So me, mama, I don't play. Mama Bear don't play. I was up at that school. As soon as teacher said, "Oh, we gotta know." Oh, I'll be right there. The school's 2 blocks away. I'll be right there. So we went up there. We sat. We met.
Look at Meek. Meek like, yep, let's go. Meek said, let's get in the car.
Yup, I don't wear earrings anyway. I got press-ons. If mommy needs to meet me outside, I'll pop these off. We can meet on the corner because that's how it is.
Queen with the shits. She with the shits.
I am with the shits. When it comes to my daughter, I'm with the shits. I'm with it. You want to get crazy? I'm gonna get crazier. So we sat down, talked with the mom or whatever. They kind of, brushed it off like it was nothing. Oh, we're going to get the kids together and, yeah, we'll do play date. Nah, I ain't with no play date shit. I don't like you and your kid now.
But they kill me with that play date shit.
Right. Like, nah, fuck you and your kid. So, like I said, they're in the same class. So she got invited to the little girl's birthday party. So the teacher gave me a heads up. Like, hey, I just want to let you know, your daughter Kalia, she got invited by JJ to go to JJ's birthday party. He was like, I don't know how you feel about it. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Nah, we're not going to that party. And my daughter was like, well, why? And I'm like, that girl is not your friend. And I had to explain to her, friends don't talk bad about you. Friends aren't mean to you. You mad smart. You mad pretty. You're going to have a bunch of haters your entire life. That girl is not your friend. And anyone who instigates anything between you and her, they ain't your friend either. They may be your classmate, but she is not your friend.
I think that's something.
And she definitely will not get a candy bag if we throw a birthday party in the class.
Let me tell you something.
See, y'all don't parents listen.
Look, Meek want the candy bag.
You want to call my daughter a nigga?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Give us the candy bag.
I gave out passive aggressive Valentine's Day note to the little girl. Her Valentine's Day thing said, "My mom told me I had to give this to you." Yeah, I'm being nice because I can't do for one and not do for the rest of the class.
Look at Vonnie in there. Vonnie in the comments talking about period.
Yeah, don't get her involved, please. Don't get Vonnie involved.
I'm petty parent.
I can tell. I can tell. But now listen, the thing is, I think what's important, and the thing I think that we're missing also here, and I just heard Queen say it. I had to. You were explaining to your daughter why this girl wasn't her friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, especially when they're young, kids don't really understand what that is. I feel like not even just kids, there are adults right now that still don't understand that. There are adults right now that think they're friends with people when you're really just an associate.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's when you got to understand where you actually stand, because the kids, they don't know. Like, they did this one day, and then next day they go to school and they're like, "Hey, let's go play."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Knowing that this can happen again, but then they go play, and then next week he does it again, and he does something, or he or she does something again, and they have to understand this person is not their friend. Stay away from this person. Could you see what happens every time you do this? And then you have to explain it. And I think that's the problem that I know myself. I do that now, explaining to my kid who's their friends and who they shouldn't be around, and what's not right and what's wrong. A lot of people want to sugarcoat when it comes to these kids. No, I'm going to let you know that's not right.
I don't
and you can forgive, and we can forgive. We can forgive, and you learn to forgive and be sorry. Make sure they apologize if people do certain things. But certain things is no, that's just that person.
Yeah. And hold on,
to keep a little further, some things are taught at home.
Right. We got a question. We got a question for us on IG. Ant said, are you guys judging your kids first? What makes you decide whether a certain kid is worthy enough to be friends with your kids?
So I'm not judging my kids over the friends that they choose, because I'll be judging them for their heart. Remember, if my kid is considering this person a friend, is because there's something about them that they like. I've made friends with people that I'll be like, yo, I don't know how the fuck you're my friend, but I fuck with you because you're weird. You know what I'm saying? I won't
Because you're weird. I fuck with you because you're weird.
I fuck with you because you're weird. But I won't judge my kid over the friends that they choose. Mm-hmm. I would do my best for them to push them to be more, I don't want to say judgmental, but have some type of common sense. Like, come on. I get you probably feel bad for them because they probably have a situation. They're like, oh, they don't know. You don't know what they've been through. But sometimes what they've been through leads them to be the person that I'm seeing that I don't like. Mm-hmm. So I would, again, the age is the age. I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to sit and give my advice, and I'm going to let you know, this girl, I feel like she's not going to steer you the right way. I do feel like her lifestyle is not a good lifestyle for you to be around. Mm-hmm. This boy is not into, the same things you're into. And I feel like it's a distraction. Right. Think twice about your actions. Think twice about who you're around, who you let in your circle. Think twice who you tell your information to. I'm going to do my best to pray that I'm their confidence.
Nah, I got a question for the two of you. Mika, remind me of your baby's age again. Give me the ages. Not Maddie, of course. Give me the
2019, 16, 14.
There we go. That's perfect. And I know
and Maddie's 10.
Well, I know, that's what I said. Move Maddie, because I know Maddie is late. Yeah, remove
I'm 6'6".
Right.
Let me tell you, even though Madison is 10 years old, one thing that a lot of people got to remember too with a female is Maddie's 10, period, is coming soon. Emotions, feelings, right. All of that is starting to form now. Puberty is starting to happen now. So these talks is happening now.
But the reason the reason why I said move Maddie, because when you hear this question, Maddie has nothing to do with it because she's not she's not close enough to have this happen. So, and I see his question, but I want to jazz it up. His question was for you, Mika. Was it hard to keep track of your friends, your kids' friends? But I got an even better question for y'all. Not saying that Ant question wasn't good, but here's a more interesting question. If you have,
I want to answer that question though, because he said her having so many kids. It's because she said, they got the Brady Bunch full of kids. That's why I want to hear that answer though.
So here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If you have, the 2019, and then you said 16, 14, and you got the twins. If they have a friend that don't get along with a sibling, are they allowed to still be friends with them?
So now I don't have control of who they choose to be friends, because trust me, Ace, I wish I could sit and say all the stories. All right. Mm-hmm. They don't fuck with your sister, or they don't fuck with your brother. They don't fuck with you. Right. That's how I've always taught my kids. If you choose to be their friends, and whatever happens after that, because if that person don't like your brother, that means they could plot on your brother. They could do a lot of stuff to your brother, and that's your friend. They don't fuck with your brother, or you don't fuck with them. That's how I've always brought up my kids.
Bill?
That was for me.
Yeah. If let's say, for example,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, this happened. I got you. No, honestly, the way the twins are, they move as a unit. So you're not gonna disrespect my brother and like I'm gonna mess with you. Nah, like they just like that. Like they're not gonna. It's because that you bring in a division. If you got a problem with my brother, you got a problem with me, and that's just how. And then honestly, that's just what it is, and that's kind of like how I feel it should be. Like as long as there's nothing that there's no reason. Like what did I do to you that you have this issue with me? But nah, they move as a unit. But before we get Meek, did you see? I mean, Ace. Hold on, Ace. How would you handle that?
See, it's kind of harder for me because the gap. That's why I can't answer the question. There's a big gap. But I will say this: it depends on like if y'all don't, for example, if both of my kids were close enough, and one was like, okay, Janae did dance, Zori does gymnastics, and Zori's gymnastics teammate, Janae just don't fuck with. Janae just like, I just don't like her or whatever. I'm not going to stop Zori from being friends with her. If the friend be like, I don't really like your sister be so mean, I ain't gonna be like, well, if she said your sister mean, you ain't supposed to be friends with her. But if they're disrespectful, I'm on the same wavelength y'all on. Like, yo, no, you don't let nobody disrespect your sibling. You know what I mean? But if they just don't get along, I'm not gonna tell you not to be friends with them. But guess what? They not gonna be able to pay attention. Yeah, pay attention. But not only that, they can't come to the house because I can't make your sister uncomfortable in her home. So if your sister's already said, I don't like Susan, then Susan can't come to the house. You can be friends with Susan. Y'all can hang at the games together or whatever sport or whatever y'all do. You could do all that, but Susan is not allowed to come to the house because she makes your sister uncomfortable, and this is your sister's domain. So, now when it comes to disrespect, I totally agree with y'all. No, you ain't supposed to be friends with that person. But if it's just one of those, your sister always got an attitude or something like that. You know what I mean?
My daughter, like I said, my oldest son is 20 and my oldest daughter is 19. They're a year apart. And there was a time where my son had a friend who my daughter was like, I don't rock with her. I don't like her. And the friend felt the same way. But because the friend was friends with my son, she would say, just because I don't rock with Diamond, don't mean I'm gonna let anybody disrespect my friend's sister. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
And my son is still friends with her to this day. She goes, I may not be clicking with her, but at the end of the day, Gus is my friend, and that's his sister. He loves his sister. I can rock with that. But now, if it's a issue where my daughter and this girl's arguing, they got beef, this is some real beef stuff, and she's out there talking on your sister's a hoe, and she's doing all
that's
this
different.
stuff.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Let me catch you with her.
That's different. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm talking about more so like the first way you said, like, hey, I really just don't vibe with the person.
Yeah, I just don't
vibe. I got their back. Yeah, I got
and even
back.
with me, she still can't come to my house because I'm not gonna have my daughter feel uncomfortable in her house.
Okay. Hey, good
brunchin.
What's happening?
You didn't hear me. I said, is she a Cancer, Mika?
Let me find out. Mika be reading the cards on the kids early. What's your sign?
Well, you know Maddie. You know Maddie already.
That's hilarious.
So,
give
me a second. What's going on? Good brunching. Should parents have the right to choose their children's friends?
I don't choose Sydney's friends, but I'm very particular because I don't like other kids, so I don't let no kids come to my house.
but wait,
so I'm real particular.
Do you not like the other kids because of something that you've seen, or because of something that your daughter brings? See, I told you, it's the parents.
If I don't like the parents, I'm not letting Sydney mess with the kids.
Right, it's the parents, because you got to deal with the parents.
No, but now my question is, what did the parents do to turn you off?
You know how I am, Billy. If I get a bad vibe,
no, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so let me explain to you. We had a perfect situation. Sydney was friends with this little girl in her class, but the little girl is kind of, she's very how do you say? She's real clingy. The little girl's really clingy, so she's like all over Sydney. And she said that Sydney did something to her, so she got mad at Sydney. For the kids get mad one day, they're friends the next day. So I talked to the mom, and the mom cussed me out like crazy. Your daughter, and just for no reason. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So then Sydney came to me the next day, and she's like, oh, mommy, we made up, and we're gonna be friends. I said, no, that little girl is unstable, and so is the mother. I don't want you dealing with her.
But you want to know what's crazy? I feel like something,
and the mother is crazy as hell.
Let me just say this. Sometimes I feel like, because I'm thinking about even me coming up, like my parents knew the other kids' parents, right? I couldn't stay at everybody's house, but I was cool with certain people. So I feel like certain instances, especially now when the kids are young, I hate to have to call. I don't want to be that parent to have to call a parent unless your kid did something very disrespectful to my kid and do whatever. Kids are gonna be kids. Like you said, I don't want to waste that phone call over something that the kids is gonna be over tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Like if something didn't really happen that was drastic, that is really taking my kid out of character, then it's crazy, right? So,
but you have to be careful.
Was that a situation? No. And now I'm never going to sit here and say, okay, let my kid get bullied and do. We're not saying that.
I had a parent that when I let Sydney go over to the house, I would let Sydney go over to. This is another parent. I would let Sydney go over to the house, and every time Sydney came back, 2 or 3 times, Sydney had a scratch or something was wrong, and I kept saying, "Are you okay?" No, everything's fine, mommy. The little girl's supposed to be playing with Sydney, but she was jealous of Sydney, and a couple of years later, the little girl ended up jumping Sydney at the bus stop, which traumatized my daughter. So I talked to the mom, and try to be very cordial. The mama turned roughneck on me. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all so angry? But then you look at the kids.
Now you see why the daughter is, and that's what I said before. I want to meet the parents to see what comes.
Right now, if I don't vibe with the parents, then I'm not leaving my child. Yeah. We're not even going to each other's house. Y'all not coming to my house. I'm not going to your house.
But we was cool before that, of course.
But see, once again, that goes back to what Bill said. I think sometimes even us as adults, we throw around that word friend like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we cool. No, are y'all really cool? Or are y'all cool because of the simple fact that y'all just have kids that's in the same school? Like if y'all kids wasn't in the same school, would you still be hanging with this person? Because if that's the case, that woman, when you came and said, hey, your daughter jumped Sydney, or put her hands on Sydney at the bus stop, Her mother should have been in her butt just as well. You know what I'm saying? What? Athena, don't worry about it. I got this. Come to the house. Come to the house. And as soon as she got there,
I wish
you would have had to been pulling the mother off the daughter. Like, all right. I know I said get in trouble, but Jesus Christ, because she would have had the same love for Sydney. She'd have had the same love for Sydney that she does for her own child because you done been in the house. You know what I mean? Before any kid come in my house to hang with any of my children, I gotta know your parent. And then once we get to that point, understand if I see my child don't even have to be near your child. If I see your child in trouble, hey, get in the car. I'm calling your father right now because of that. But that's what happens. We get through this, and like Bill said, we throw it out there. Oh, this one my friend. Nah, they really ain't your friend.
So I want
a new friend. What me can say?
I wasn't friends with all of my kids' friends' parents. I had their numbers. You understand what I'm saying? I knew where they live. If anything, we wanted to go somewhere, I'll be able to pick up the phone. But I wasn't friends with their parents. I love their kid more than I fucked with the parent. I've had there's kids that I've met where I fell in love with them kids, and you could come to my house whenever you want and you could stay. But I met their mother and I'd be like, whoa, how the fuck you came out of that? I've had those moments. So I don't judge the kid by the parent neither.
I can see.
I don't judge the kid by the parent. So even with, like, I'm saying that to say, not all the time we friends with the kids' parents. You know, I've only all the years, and my kids, like I said, it's 2019. There's only one that I actually still friends with, and she transitioned 3 years ago. I've never been like friends with my kids' friends' parents. I've never been.
I can't do it. I have to have some sort of cordial relationship.
But I've had
with them.
their number. If they came to the house, even if I went to the school and something happened in the school, I had a connection enough to where I was able to pick up the phone, and they knew it was me, and I knew it was them. But I was never friends with them.
Yeah, I look at that like too, and I look at like me coming up and looking at my parents and stuff like that. Like my parents wasn't really hanging out with certain people. Like, all right, so like right now we just say you have a birthday party, you all go, you see everybody's parents or whatever, right? I see the parents, I see the kid, and the kid will run up to me like, "Hey, Mr. Good," and I don't even know the parent. You know, and that's just because of me seeing the kid from baseball or being around the kids and playing with them or whatever. But now when I see the parent, okay, I acknowledge I know who the parent is, and like you said, having their numbers and stuff like that. But I know coming up, some of the guys I grew up didn't have father figures like that, right? So would hang around me and looked at my dad as a father figure, or they didn't get the love that they got from their mother that my mom might have given them. You know what I'm saying? So you have people that come from, let's just say, bad parents or whatever, but they're great kids. You know what I mean? So that's like me said, nah, you can come over here. And sometimes coming to my house might be a safe space for you. And I don't even know that for them.
Oh, yeah. A lot of kids go with that.
Yeah, I've even had a situation to where, and it's gonna sound crazy, and people are gonna be like, "Really, you?" And it was like I really had to really sit down. I had to sit myself down with this situation because, again, I'm the hot-headed mom. Go get your mother. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. Go get your mother.
Go get your mother.
It was a incident where my son got into a scuffle with a boy. And the boy was just calling my son names. He kept picking on my son. Of course, my son is gay. And at that time, we all knew, but it wasn't out there. But my son had a lot of the tendencies that people would say. He was there calling my son out his name and just fucking with my son to where he tried to set up. It went around the school that the kid was trying to set up my son to get jumped, right? I went in the school hot-headed ready. You're not about to jump my son. I'm going to jump you before you jump mine. Like, that was how my mindset was until I looked at that little boy. And when I looked at that little boy, I said, he's going through something in his house that this is not what he don't want to do this. What he's expressing and what it is that he's doing is not something that he wants to do. He's going through something in his house, and this is how he's expressing himself. Do I think like that with all the kids? No, I don't. But there was something about that kid that I still talk to him. He's 20 and he still calls me, "Thank you, Mr. Mika." Because I said, whatever you're going through, don't take it out on my son. Don't take it out on nobody.
Sad.
We need somebody to talk to. Come.
That's so sad.
Welcome.
There has been
Good brunch.
What up? Good brunchin' people. Good brunchin'. Hold
So
on.
there has been incidents where
I'm actually eating some cereal right now. You know.
Hold on, Will. Finish what you're saying, Mika.
So there has been incidents where my kids did have like issues with a kid, and they did turn out to be friends with them because the kid really didn't turn out to be a bad kid. It was just what they were going through at home. It was being expressed on how they was communicating with people in the school and outside.
Okay.
So I got my bad.
That was very big of you, Mika. That was very big of you.
Good brunch and Will.
What up?
I'm happy Will's in here because I wanted to ask this to some of the parents that are in relationships, because this kind of it was going to be a spin-off question, but Ant asked in the chat. He said, all of you guys are married. Did you argue with your spouse ever on the particular friend that one may like but the other didn't like? So Will, did you ever have that type of situation where a kid
what
you like your wife didn't care for it, and how did y'all handle that situation?
At first, it was one. My daughter. Thank you, son. Appreciate you, man. Wash your ass. My daughter had a friend. I wasn't too. Let me set this up a little bit better. I'm sorry, people. My daughter had a little friend I wasn't too fond of at first. I didn't really care for her at all. Her spirit was weird. I didn't like her spirit at all. She had like a weird spirit. She was like one of them little white girls that was gothic and all that. I wasn't into that. And I started finding out things about her. No, not at all. I'm still not. No. She's not even in my daughter's life at all. No, I found out some. She was into the. I hate to say it like this because people want here, but she was gay, and my daughter at the time I didn't think my daughter was gay. Or whatever, and I ain't like her spirit, and I was making sure she wasn't. I wanted to make sure she wasn't persuading my daughter to do something that she didn't want to, and I didn't like it at all. Come to find out, the girl had a lot of going on with her family or whatever, or whatnot, and her life. I mean, all I could do was pray for her after that. After I found out what was going on, but she started acting funny. She actually, God just moved her out of my daughter's life, so she just. End up going to
your wife was cool with her being around?
At first, yeah, she was like, all right, because she was like, yo, she just because my daughter's a leader. So my daughter, like my wife is like, well, she's helping her, which come to find out my daughter was the one persuading her to be a better person or do better things. So
I said, not to be loud. I thought you was about to say your daughter was turning her out. I was
no. It ain't funny, nigga.
That ain't crazy. Come to find out,
he said it's crazy.
Come to find out,
my daughter had turned her gay. I didn't know that.
No. My daughter was actually my daughter got in trouble for trying to help her. She beat up the bully that bullied the girl that got her kicked out of school and all kind of stuff. So I was kind of disappointed in that situation, but my wife was proud of it. I wasn't, because it actually
disappointed in your daughter.
Yeah, because it was different. Like the girl was getting bullied at the moment. My daughter waited to the end of the school year to beat the girl up, and it messed up her opportunity to go to a high school that I wanted her to go to. So I was disappointed in her for that, because she didn't have to do that. I'm real cool with you, like helping your friend or whatever, but you're not there. You're not to go to school to be a superhero. You're there to get your education, do what you got to do, and protect yourself. Let your parents handle that. They got people at the school for that. You could have helped her by telling somebody or something like that, but you going to go fight for her, and the girl don't even go to the school no more. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Not one minute.
Your daughter's a champion now. She fights for a living.
Oh yeah. So
she fights for a living.
Sounds like this. We should have seen the signs. Yeah, we should have seen the signs.
Look.
She been whooping ass for a long time.
Will was upset. I'd have been like this. What time did the fight start? Because technically school was out at 3. So anything after that,
that's what I'm saying. It happened like right before the bell rung.
Yeah,
she could have did it outside. She do it in the hallway in front of the cameras. It's like, come on, nigga, you that gangster? And it was like, it was funny because I asked, I said, yo.
You used to do the staircase, mama. She gotta learn.
I said, yo, when you, I said, yo, when you hit the girl, what did she do? She looked me in my face and said, nothing. I said, oh, shit. All right.
So wait, all
Okay.
right. So I got
Gangster.
3 take-home questions for each individual one. You're not gonna get the same question.
All right.
Athena, your daughter comes and you meet one of her friends from school or a kid from school, and you think she's a very good influence on her. Very good. She's very good influence on Sydney. Sydney hates her guts. Sydney hates her guts. Do you try to persuade Sydney to find the good in this child? Like, this girl is class president. She doing community services. She doing everything you want Sydney to be a part of. And Sydney like, I can't stand her because on Roblox she keep cheating. Are you persuading her? Or are you like, all right, my daughter just don't like her?
No, I got Sydney back because I know my child and she's a very good judge of character. And if she don't like the little girl, she ain't got to deal with her. I know my child.
It's a scam.
Okay.
So that's my end of my question. I gotta get ready to go, but I won't be here tomorrow because I'm having brunch with Usher.
Oh, that's
Yes,
good.
girl.
Just remember he got okay, never mind.
I'm clapping that you're not gonna be here. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
First of all, don't talk
remember.
that. Let me tell you something. Y'all
Let me
don't
tell
know.
you something.
Billy can never tell us.
Look, let me
Me and Tawana,
Athena,
I'll put
let me just
Tawana on this thing.
Athena, let me just
Good
remind you.
brunch, good brunch, Athena.
Athena, let me remind you. He definitely lets it burn. Okay, so
Don't pay attention to any.
Well, so what? A lot of people are. You know, 1 in 5 people have herpes and don't know it. So shut the hell up. Goodbye.
let me tell you something. He definitely got confession for you. So,
Hey, yo. Good brunch, Athena. Good brunch.
All right. So, all right. Let's go with
Who's
Queen. Your take home question. Queen, your take home question is this. You got same grade as mine, so this is even better. This is even a good one for you. Okay. Your daughter is friends, or your daughter is friends with one set of a twin at school. They're twins, but she's friends with one set of a friend. And it's getting ready to be her birthday party. And she wants to invite only the one twin. Do you sit down and explain to her that, hey, that's just not right? Do you tell her it's okay? Or do you try to talk to the parent and explain the situation?
Being that I come from siblings and like forced twins with a lot of my siblings because we were all grouped together in age, and one person got the invite, everyone going. I don't do that.
So your thing is that they got your daughter going.
If you don't like the other kid, cool, they're still getting invited because I had the same. So I had given my daughter a birthday party for her 8th birthday party, and one of the parents reached out to me, was like, "Hey, do you mind if my son comes along? I know you invited my daughter, but do you mind if my son comes along? You know, they go to the same school."
Twins?
I'm like, sure, why not? They're not twins, but they're siblings.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But so yeah, no, if one kid gets invited, that invite is for all the kids in the household. That's the kind of parent that I am.
That's
I
a
don't
black
want
mother.
your one kid. I don't want you to be left out of doing that, because I ended up doing that. Like when I turned 16, I couldn't have a sweet 16 because my brother didn't want to party. So that's I don't do that. If they didn't want to come, cool. But if they want to come to the party, they get invited too. They can come.
Okay. All right.
I'm a step in for the teen twins. Nah, you can't. No, I'm just no. It depends. It depends. It depends because I've had a situation, right? My daughter is friends with, and it's crazy because it's 3 girls, right? Well, 2 of them are twins. My daughter and this other girl. My daughter, the other girl are all cool. They're all cool. They all do whatever they do. They call each other besties. But the twin sister just doesn't like get with them. And they like really do things without her. And, you know, she has her own friends and does her own thing. So it came to the birthday party. And when they made the list, Anaya didn't have the other girl on the list because it was like besties, like wanting to have a sleepover with just the besties. Now, at that point, I'm like this. We throw to the mom, like, look, what's the name? Would love her to come. But, you know, even on the other twins, you know, when someone's out of the picture, she really understands she's out of the picture when it comes to that. So the birthday parties is cool, but if it's a play date, like, look, if the other one don't want to come, it's cool. They say, hey, everybody's gonna come, but I'm never gonna keep a kid out because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, you gotta come. Now, what happens is that one kid will say, I don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So then that one kid to stay and the other one to go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what you got to get when it comes to the twin situation.
I invite all the kids, and whatever kid don't want to go, you don't come. But I always, when it comes to kids' friends, hey, how many kids? I'm doing the birthday party. How many kids do you have? So like that, I could sit and put them down on the list. They show up. They don't. But I feel when it comes to stuff like that, all kids is invited.
Nice. Good brunch.
I have to go, guys.
Yeah, good brunch.
Good brunching.
I'm only letting the ones come.
Brunching. Thank you. Good brunching. We see you.
All right, Will, your take on question.
Come on, baby.
Question, Will.
Make it good now. Make it good.
Now. All right, so your friend, your kids invite their friends over for a nice little play date. You are not really cool with the mom and the dad. You don't really like them. They call you 20 minutes before and say, hey, we're running late. We're gonna be there in about another hour or so. It's getting ready to get time to feed your kids though for dinner. You go to feed the kid, and the kid say, I don't eat that. Are you calling the parents back? Are you trying to resolve it right there? And if so, and when you do that, are you telling them they can't bring that kid back over?
No. So hold on. So if a kid come to my house, pretty much you're saying it's dinner time, and it's
getting ready to be dinner time, and right before, let's say 20 minutes before they're supposed to come pick them up at 6 o'clock, parent call, I ain't gonna be there for another hour.
All right, cool.
Now you won't feed the kid, but soon hey, we have spaghetti. I don't eat that.
I'm gonna ask the kid if they're allergic first. Because they might be allergic to something. I don't know.
Right.
I just found out my niece can't.
And they say no. And they say no.
And they say no. And they say no. Hey man, you eat when you get home. I don't give a fuck.
That's it.
Hey, man, look, when your parents get here, like, hey, I tried to feed little Kevin. Kevin told me he don't want spaghetti. His ball's still on the table.
You got to be.
First of all, they were supposed to be here an hour ago. I already have
it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Menu before you was late. He don't want to eat it. Eat when you get home.
I'm not
look, Kevin gonna be. Hey, I'm gonna let you know, little Kevin hungry right now. Matter of fact, to be real with you, if I don't like the parent, I might not even tell them that little Kevin wasn't hungry. Let them get home and deal with that shit. Be real with you.
Home and be like this. You been at what's the name household?
You eat nothing?
Eat nothing. Hey,
I think it's it. I'm always gonna say something because your kid is not gonna leave my house lying on me saying I ain't trying to feed y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, I try to
but my thing is this: if he don't eat that, if he don't eat what I'm cooking, I might try to offer him something that I ain't got to cook, like a little microwave or something, just to offer something.
I got some oodles and noodles, nigga.
Yeah, I got oodles. Eat that. If that, it's over. He not eating. You better eat. You better drink you some water, chew on some water.
Or eat some ice, nigga.
Or some ice.
Normally, I let my wife handle that type of stuff.
Sharice said on Instagram, if they don't eat pork, I'll get some. Yeah, I get the pork.
No, you give options. I didn't say you don't give the option. I said,
you give them options. You didn't say that at first. That's what I'm saying. This is a black household. We don't give too many options, brother.
What I'm saying is
that's the problem right there.
No. I'm not. I don't mean options like, do you want this, and this? What I'm saying is, Will said, he said, I don't eat that. Hey, you want peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I don't eat that either. All right, nigga, you gotta look. All right.
You got one option. Or the other option is a bowl of fruit over here, little nigga. Get you an apple or something. I don't care. Like, I'm just telling the wife, hey man, you deal with them niggas, bro. I'm not doing
all right, well, good brunching to you, man.
Love y'all, man.
Appreciate you guys, man. We appreciate everybody that came on today. Athena, Will, Queen, and everybody that is in the chat. Make sure you are choosing your kids' friends wisely if you are doing that choice. If not, don't come hitting us up complaining about what the hell happened, because we don't give a damn.
We are their conscience. We don't
give a damn. We don't give a damn. I can tell you this much:
emotional damage.
To answer your question in its entirety, let one of them kids sit there and say, "I don't eat that." Well, guess what? You ain't fucking eating here. I can tell you that much. You better call Aunt Tamika and ask for a taco, because your ass ain't getting shit over here. Other than that, we appreciate you all.
Y'all know where to find us. Follow us on all platforms, the Good Brunchin Podcast. Make sure you send out your emails, your topics, and your roll calls into the Good Brunchin Podcast at gmail.com. We appreciate y'all tuning in each and every Monday through Friday. Each and every Monday through Friday. Each and every. With your boy Bill the Billionaire, Ace Brown, and Tamika. We'll be back tomorrow. You already know how we do it. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Y'all.
Good brunchin', a good brunchin', a good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. 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 Everybody, good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Everybody, good brunchin'. You are tuned into the Good Brunchin Podcast.